is linear equations. So chapter 5, notes day 1. And that is Mrs. McKinney here with us today. We're talking about slope. So if you remember what slope is, it's the steepness of a line. So when a line rises, the slope is positive. When a line falls, the slope is negative. The variable that always represents slope is m. Why it's m? We do not know. So what that is, it's always your vertical change over your horizontal change. But if you remember before, an easier way to remember that would just be rise over run. Because your rise affects your y's, your vertical change, and your run affects your horizontal change, your x's. So you can see we have 2 points here. So to figure out the slope on this first line, we can see that we rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we run to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 over 4 I can't reduce. The slope of that line is 7 over 4. Next one, to find the slope, I can see I rise 1, 2, 3. I run to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since I went to the left, it would be negative 6. I can reduce the fraction 3 over negative 6 to negative 1/2. So the slope of that line would be negative 1/2. And remember, if you are not good at reducing fractions, your calculator is. Use it. All right, next section here, same concept. Rise over run. I rise 3. Left 1 would be negative 1. 3 over 1 is negative 3. Ooh, this guy here, I rise 2, run 0. Right? This is a vertical line. Remember from earlier math, you can never divide by 0. So 2 divided by 0 is impossible. So vertical lines always have a undefined slope because you cannot divide by 0. Whereas horizontal lines, right, if I draw a horizontal line here, take any 2 points on there, a horizontal line does not have an undefined slope because there the rise is 0, the run is 2. So you have 0 in the numerator and 0 over 2 is 0. So horizontal lines always have a slope of 0, where vertical lines always have an undefined slope. All right, next topic, they're going to give you 2 points, and you are going to have to find the slope. So the formula for that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Because remember, slope is rise over run, vertical change over horizontal change, and it is our y's that move vertically. So that's why you subtract your y's in the numerator. And then our run is our horizontal change, so you subtract your x's in the denominator. So where the x's and y's, one's, and two's come from, a point is always x comma y. So to tell points apart, since they're always xy, the first one would be x1, y1. The second one would be x2, y2. So then when we plug into our formula, m equals y2 goes first. I can see my formula, which is 13, minus y1 is 13, over x2 is 8, minus x1 is 4. So in the numerator, 13 minus 13 is 0, over 8 minus 4 is 4, and 0 over 4 is 0. So remember, formulas never change. So same thing on the next one. First point is x1, y1. Second point is x2, y2. So then when I use my formula here, I start off with m equals. Then I have y2. So y2, the second y is 7. Formula has minus. Then y1. So y1, the first y is 19. 7 minus 19 is negative 12. Over. Then we have x2 in the denominator, so the second x, x2 is negative 15, minus x1, the first x is 14. Negative 15 minus 14 is negative 29. Always reduce, well, negative over negative is a positive. 12 over 29 I can't reduce though, so the slope between those 2 points would be 12 over 29. Now we're going to have some more negatives, so always be careful with your negatives. So number 7, we go slope equals y2, the second y is negative 17, minus y1, the first y is negative 10, but minus a negative is like adding. So negative 17 minus a negative 10 is negative 17 plus 10, which is negative 7, over the second x is negative 15, minus the first x is negative 15. So minus a negative 15 would be like adding 15, which gives us 0. Here's one of those examples. You can never divide by 0, so this would mean that our slope is undefined. Same pattern on number 8. We go m equals 4 minus negative 3, which is going to be 4 plus 3, which is 7, over negative 13 minus a negative 3. So negative 13 minus a negative 3 is negative 13 plus 3, which is negative 10. So the only thing you could do to simplify that, we typically wouldn't write the negative in the denominator. We put it right out front. So the slope is negative 7/10. Number 9, we would go slope equals. We have 13 minus 9, which is 4, over 10 minus 12, which is negative 2. So our fraction is 4 over negative 2, and simplest form is negative 2. And our last one here, number 10, slope equals y2, the second y is negative 10, minus y1, the first y is negative 14, minus the negative is adding, so negative 10 plus 14 is 4, over x2, the second x is negative 20, minus x1, the first x is 2, negative 20 minus 2 is negative 22. So 4 over negative 22, well, positive divided by negative is a negative. 4 over 22, those are both divisible by 2 to become 2/11. So the slope in simplest form would be negative 2/11. And that is how you calculate slope.